Games You Missed is a series where I highlight a great game that may have escaped your notice. If you have any suggestions for games you think should be featured in this series, let us know in the comments below. But today we're going to take a look at the Dragon Quest Builders Nintendo Switch port. JRPG. I was going to do a full review for this, but I just think it fits better in the Games You Missed series. The game came out a long while ago on PS4 and Vita, so it kind of feels pointless to do an in-depth review of this port. But I do definitely want to cover the port and highlight Dragon Quest Builders because it's quite an amazing little game that even I am guilty of missing when it first released. The first thing to say is, wow, this isn't really like Minecraft at all, or rather, it's certainly not what I was expecting when I started playing. Dragon Quest Builders takes the cube-like building mechanic from Minecraft and that's about it. It's far more Dragon Quest than it is Minecraft, which is a really good thing. The game has structure, it has an interesting and well-paced story, it has fun and unique characters. It's basically a proper JRPG that just happens to have some tried and true building mechanics to tie everything together. It's basically the perfect blend of JRPG and Toy Box Builder. It's like the Minecraft for people who just couldn't get into Minecraft. You work through a series of quests and monster invasions which initially are laid out as a great way to teach you the mechanics, and make sure you aren't bombarded with too much too quickly. The longer you play, the more freedom you have, and you can totally ignore the story at any point just to build a giant penis if you really want. The game doesn't punish you in that way, but it isn't entirely perfect. Dragon Quest Builders has a day and night mechanic that sometimes feels a little restrictive. Once it's night, these ghost things continually spawn and come right after you no matter where you are until you go back to town, or to somewhere with a bed, and sleep until the next day. You can survive out there at night no problem, but getting things done becomes tedious when you have to keep fighting off ghosts. The other thing that bothered me while playing was how short my reach was with a weapon. It felt like I had to be practically on top of the enemy to hit them, and after hitting them once at point blank range, they get knocked back a tiny bit, but enough to be out of range. This could definitely do with some work because not only do you have to be close, but if you get too close, you take damage and knockback just from bumping into the enemy. Combat is obviously not where the game is meant to shine though, and everything else is top notch. The controls and building is all simple and fun. It's way too easy to get sidetracked for hours just customizing a room or building something new just the way you want it. The game looks great as well. I love the art style and the characters are adorable for the most part, even some of the enemies. Now the inevitable question arises, how is the Switch port? My experience with Dragon Quest Builders has only been on the Nintendo Switch, so I can't compare it with the PS4 and Vita releases, but what I can tell you is that I haven't had any issues with the performance or the graphics. I played for around 4 or 5 hours in docked mode initially to capture this footage, and I've played another 15 hours or so in handheld mode, and both feel fluid, with a solid frame rate, and the game looks great in either mode. Dragon Quest Builders is a great experience on the go too, and it's perfect for the system. It can give you a longer structured experience when you want to spend a day gaming, and it can also waste away an hour in a flash when you're out and about. The thing that has really come to surprise me is that I can recommend this game to anyone. Like, I can recommend this to people who aren't even fans of either Minecraft or Dragon Quest. It's almost like its own genre that I feel almost anybody could enjoy. And speaking of things people enjoy, if one of them happens to be this video, you could hit the like button. Also jump down to the comment section with your suggestions for games to be featured on Games You Missed. Subscribe to see more of me and everything I do, and check out the links in the description to help support the channel. Have a good day or night, and I'll see you all soon.